Hello guys! Welcome to 90 Plus India's first animated live tuition. So, we are back with yet another after class. So, how are you guys doing? Food and are you ready to learn some chemistry? What do you think? So, here we are going to discuss some important questions. Alright? From chapter 3, metals and non-metals. Okay, but metals and non-metals, one of the most important chapters in the paraya, right? Yes, we have 4 chapters in total. Another important chapter in here, metals and non-metals. So, each chapter in the ചോദിക്കാൻ chance ഉള്ള important questions. Alright? Yes. So, without wasting any time, നമുക്ക് start ചെയ്താലോ class? Alright? Perfect. So here you go with the first question. Metal oxides generally react with acids. Okay? But few oxides of metal also react with bases. Such metal oxides are. കുറച്ച് metal oxides ഇവിടെ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് for you. As you can see, we have MgO, we have ZnO, we have Al2O3 and we have calcium oxide. Alright? Yes, and we have studied, we've already studied that metal oxides, they are what? They are generally basic in nature. Our basic nature are avarku. But we have some exceptions. നമ്മൾ രണ്ട് metal oxides നെ പറ്റി പഠിച്ചു and it is said that they can react with both acids and bases. Alright? അതായത് they can show both acidic and basic nature. Alright? Yes. And what are such oxides called? They are called as amphoteric oxides. കണ്ടോ? Acidic ഉം basic nature ഉം കാണിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന oxidesനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്തെന്ന് പറയുന്നത്? Amphoteric oxides. Right? Yes. One example is here. Right here. Aluminium oxide. Okay. Aluminium oxide can react with both acid and base. Okay. Yes. And correspondingly, we get salt and water. When aluminium oxide react with hydrochloric acid, aluminium chloride and water. Right? Yes, when aluminium oxide reacts with the base sodium hydroxide, we get sodium aluminate and water. We studied one more example also. It was zinc oxide, right? Yes, zinc oxide, when it's react with hydrochloric acid, we get zinc chloride and water. Alright? Yes, and when it reacts with the base like sodium hydroxide, we get sodium zincate, which is a salt here, and water. Alright? Appo, let's go back to the first question and try to answer. The metal oxides which can react with both acids and bases, they are called amphoteric oxide. Okay, so identify the amphoteric oxides. From this, we have second one, zinc oxide, right? Zinc oxide can react with both acids and base, and we have aluminium oxide. Alright? Yes, so we have 2 and 3. 2 and 3 will be our answer. So it is option B. Okay, it is option B. Alright? Yes. Now let's move on to the next question. Yes. Which one of the following metals does not react with cold as well as hot water? Interesting question, right? Yes, and we have the options here. We have sodium, calcium, magnesium and iron. What do you think? നമ്മൾ metals in reactivity പഠിച്ചപ്പോ we said that different metals react in different way. Some of them react vigorously with water. Okay, കുറച്ച് metals വളരെ vigorous ആയിട്ട് react ചെയ്യും. ചില metals എന്താണ് mildly react ചെയ്യുള്ളൂ. ചിലവർ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും react ചെയ്യേയില്ല. Alright? Yes. So look at the option. Option A is sodium. We know that sodium is what? Sodium is highly reactive metal. അത് cold water ആയിട്ട് പോലും വളരെ vigorous ആയിട്ടാ react ചെയ്യുന്നത്, right? Yes, sodium, potassium are examples. Now what about calcium? Calcium can react even with cold water, but the thing is, it is not as vigorous as sodium and potassium. Alright? Yes. But what about magnesium? Magnesium can react with hot water only. Cold water and magnesium, there will be no reaction. Okay? So magnesium reacts with hot water. Now, what about the last one, that is iron? Iron will not react with hot water or cold water. It will only react with steam. Okay? Iron മാത്രമാണോ ഇങ്ങനെ react ചെയ്യുന്നത്? No, we've studied about aluminium and zinc also. Okay, so metals like aluminium, zinc and iron, they will not react with hot and cold water, but they react with steam. So the correct answer will be option D. Clear ayo? Is it clear? So which is the metal that does not react with cold as well as hot water? It is option D, iron. Alright? Yes, we are moving forward. Here you go with the next question. Generally, metals react with acid to give salt and hydrogen gas. Okay? Metals acid to react either, we will get salt and hydrogen gas. Alright, perfect. Which of the following acids does not give hydrogen gas on reacting with metals? Metals react ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ hydrogen gas തരാത്ത acid ഏതാണ്? Simple question അല്ലേ? Yes, but important, right? Yes, it is option number C, nitric acid. Why? അതെന്താ nitric acid മാത്രം hydrogen gas തരാത്തത്? You have to keep one thing in mind, that nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. What is it? It is a strong oxidizing agent. So what does an oxidizing agent do? Yes, very good. It will oxidize the hydrogen produced. Okay, ഇവിടെ produce ചെയ്ത hydrogen oxidize ചെയ്ത് water ആയിട്ട് convert ചെയ്യും. Okay, yes. So when a metal is treated with nitric acid, since it's a strong oxidizing agent, what will it do? It will oxidize the hydrogen gas to water. Okay? Yes. So the answer is option C, nitric acid. Yes. Moving on. Now we have an assertion and reason type question. You're all familiar with assertion and reason type questions. A, B, C, D. But still, you will mark option A if both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Alright? Now you will mark B if assertion and reason are true but reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. It is C if assertion is true but reason is false. Alright? And last option D if assertion is false but reason is true. Alright, now let's move on to the question. Here you go. This is your assertion. The solutions of ionic compounds are good conductors of electricity. Okay, ionic compounds in the solutions good conductors ആണെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, now അവർ പറയുന്ന reason എന്താ? Movement of atoms of elements takes place in solution. അവിടെ ഒരു ചെറിയ problem. Right? Let's check the assertion. Let's check whether the assertion is true or false. The solutions of ionic compounds are good conductors of electricity. That is true. Okay, that is true. We all know that. Aqueous solution of ionic compounds, they are good conductors of electricity. Yes, and what is the reason? Why are they conducting? They are conducting because they have got ions in it. They have free ions and movement of ions takes place. That is why they are conducting. Movement of atoms alla ions. So we can say that assertion is true, but the reason is false. So your correct answer or option will be option C. Is it clear? It is due to the movement of free ions. Okay. Ions will be moving. That is why they are conducting. Alright, hope it is clear. Let's move to the next question. Okay, a metal that exists as a liquid at room temperature is obtained by heating its sulfide in presence of air. Identify the metal and its ore and give the chemical reaction involved. Simple question. Which is the metal that can exist as liquid at room temperature? Come on, comment ചെയ്തേ. ഏത് metal ആണ് exist ചെയ്യുന്നത് liquid ആയിട്ട് at room temperature? Any guesses? ആരാ guess ചെയ്യുന്നത് നോക്കട്ടെ. Let me see the comments in the comment box. അരുൺ സാറിന് guess ചെയ്യണോ? Alright, just kidding. Okay, yes, as you all know, it is Alan gallium ആണോ cesium ആണോ രണ്ടും അല്ല. Yes. അടുത്തത് third one പറയുന്നത് correct ആയിരിക്കും അലൻ. Third like last and final chance. Which is a metal which exists as a liquid at room temperature. Gallium, cesium, they have very low melting point. So, we palm it melt out. But room temperature, room temperature liquid exists in the metal that is mercury. Okay, that is mercury. That's okay, Alan. That's okay. It is mercury, and mercury exists as its sulfide ore. Okay, sulfide item exists in the, and the sulfide ore of mercury is called cinnabar. What is it called? It is cinnabar. Okay, yes. So cinnabar, how will we extract the mercury? Now, we have studied what? We have studied the reactivity series. In the reactivity series, metals in the reactivity, we have arranged them in a particular series. Right? Yes, each series in there, as we go from top to bottom, what will happen? The reactivity will decrease. Where is our mercury? Mercury in reactivity series in there. That means it can be considered as the least reactive metals. Reactivity koravaya metals are okay. So, reactivity koravanengil nammal engine avaru extract cheya by simply heating. Adayathu just roasting നടത്തിയാ മതി. എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? The sulfide ore convert the oxide out, and the oxide reduce ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടും? We'll get the metal. Okay, so this is what we do. We'll take cinnabar, we will heat it. Okay, we'll heat it in plenty of oxygen. Oxygen the presence നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെ heat ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? അവര് അതിന്റെ ഓക്സൈഡ് ആയിട്ട് കൺവേർട്ട് ആവും. Okay, they will convert it into their oxide. And ഈ oxide നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? പിന്നെയും നമ്മൾ heat ചെയ്യും. heat ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അത് reduce ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടും? We'll get the metal, that is mercury. So let's see the reaction. Here is the reaction. We are heating the sulfide ore, that is cinnabar, in presence of oxygen. Excess amount of oxygen നമ്മൾ heat ചെയ്യാണ്. But what will happen? It will first convert it into its oxide. Oxide item convert you, and the sulfur goes out as sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide item avare escape avum. Okay, yes. And on further heating of this oxide, namukku endu kittum? We'll get the metal mercury. Okay, we'll get the metal mercury. This is how the reaction is done. Is it clear? Yes, and this is how you will answer. The metal that exists as liquid at room temperature, it is mercury. And how is it obtained? It is obtained by heating its sulfide ore, that is called cinnabar, in the presence of air. And this process is called as what? Process is called as roasting. Very good. I can see the equations in the comment box. Very good, very good. Yes, and this is the reaction. Reaction. Alright? Yes, very good, Maria. Very good, very good. Perfect. All right, let's move to the next question. During the extraction of metals, electrolytic refining is used to obtain pure metals. Yes, നമ്മൾ refine മെറ്റൽസിനെ റിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന കോമൺ മെത്തേഡ് ആണ് ഇലക്ട്രോലൈറ്റിക് റിഫൈനിങ്. വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ടോപ്പിക്. ഓക്കെ, ഇലക്ട്രോലൈറ്റിക് റിഫൈനിങ് എന്താണ്? സ്റ്റാർ ഇട്ട് വെച്ചോ, ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ടോപ്പിക് ആണ്. Now, based on electrolytic refining, they have asked 3 questions. Which material will be used as anode and cathode for refining of copper by this process? കോപ്പറിന്റെ ഇലക്ട്രോലൈറ്റിക് റിഫൈനിങ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആനോഡും കാഥോഡുമായിട്ട് വെക്കുന്നത് എന്താണ്? Alright, yes. Now suggest a suitable electrolyte also. Okay. Now, what is the third question? In this electrolytic cell, where do we get pure copper after passing the electric current? Okay. Now, നമ്മുടെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മളോട് കോപ്പർ ആണ് ചോദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ബട്ട് whichever the metal be, always remember in electrolytic refining. Okay, in electrolytic refining, anode will be, okay, at your anode, it will be always the impure metal. Okay, impure metal. Fix that in your mind. Anode il endayirikkum? Impure metal aayirikkum. So, what will be your cathode? What will be your cathode? Cathode will be pure metal. Thin strip of pure metal will be made as the cathode. Adu edu metal venengil aayikotte. It depends on the question, right? Yes. So pure metal is your cathode. And what about your electrolyte? നമ്മൾ ഏത് മെറ്റൽ ആണോ റിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആ മെറ്റലിന്റെ salt solution. Okay, so solution of metal salt. Solution of metal salt will be taken as your electrolyte. Okay, clear aanallo? Yes. So in the question they have asked about what? Asked about the electrolytic refining of copper. So what will be your anode? Anode will be impure copper. Anode il endayirikkum? Impure copper aayirikkum. And what will be your cathode? Cathode will be pure copper. Is it clear? Yes. And the electrolyte, നമ്മുടെ മെറ്റലിന് തന്നെ salt solution, right? Yes. Since they are asking about copper, we will take copper sulfate as our electrolyte. And as you can see, it is acidified, right? Acidified copper sulfate. അതായത് copper sulfate ലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? കുറച്ച് dilute sulfuric acid ഒക്കെ ഒന്ന് ആഡ് ചെയ്യും. Why? It is to increase the conductivity. Conductivity increase ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? അതിനെ acidify ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Alright? Yes. So the electrolyte is acidified copper sulfate. Now, when you pass electricity after the electrolytic refining, we will get the pure metal. Okay, pure copper will be deposited at the cathode. Cathode lana deposit here. All right. Yes. As you as the process goes on, in the anode ingane shrink the cathode will become thicker and thicker, bigger right over. All right, because of the deposition of pure copper. Yes, that's all. Now let's move on to the next question. A compound X and aluminium are used to join railway tracks. Yes. Another important question that you have to study. A compound X and aluminium are used to join railway tracks. First question is that identify the compound X. X and aluminium got a react the reaction railway tracks okay join use and which is the compound X? Come on everyone in the comment box. It is Fe2O3. അല്ലേ? Fe2O3 ആണ് അലുമിനിയത്തിനായിട്ട് റിയാക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, now what is this famous reaction called? It is called the thermate reaction. Okay, thermate എന്ന് കാണും, ചിലപ്പോൾ നമുക്കൊരു TE കൂടെ കാണും, thermite in some books. Okay, both are the same. Yes, thermate reaction എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇതിനെ പറയുന്നത്. Okay, now they have asked us to write down the reaction. So iron oxide reacts with what? Aluminium. Okay, aluminium. And we will get what? We will get Al2O3 and iron, since it is a really very very much exothermic, നല്ല exothermic reaction ആണ് അല്ലേ? exothermic എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരുപാട് heat release ചെയ്യും. Okay, yes, so along with it heat is also released. It is so hot, it is so exothermic that the metal iron formed here will be in liquid state. Okay, it will be in liquid state. ഇതാണ് നമ്മൾ railway tracks ഒക്കെ join ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Not only railway tracks, cracked machine parts ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ join ചെയ്യാൻ we use this reaction. Okay, is it clear? Yes, very good, very good, very good. അവിടെ മരിയ പറയുന്നത് aluminium here act as the reducing agent ആയിട്ട് act ചെയ്യും. Perfect, very good. Now let's move on to the next question. State 2 ways to prevent the rusting of iron. Iron rust ചെയ്യുന്നത് prevent ചെയ്യാൻ give me 2 ways. Anyone? What is rusting of iron? What is rusting? Corrosion of iron is known as rusting, alle? Yes, so what is corrosion? Corrosion is nothing but slow eating up of metals, alle? Metals ingane maybe they'll get converted into we can do painting, very good, galvanization and alloy. Oh, perfect, that is the answer that I want. Okay, painting galvanization alloying okay namukku cheyam. So I've taken the 2 since they have asked 2. Okay, first one is galvanization. Now quickly tell me, what is galvanization? Galvanization nu enda? Yes, we'll take the iron article. നമ്മൾ ആ iron object എടുത്തിട്ട് we will give a thin coating of zinc. Okay, we'll give a coating of zinc. Okay, yes. അപ്പോ zinc എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? Since zinc is more reactive than iron, zinc react ചെയ്യും എന്തിനായിട്ട്? Moisture-നായിട്ട്. And it will prevent what? It will prevent iron from rusting. Now, what is alloying? Alloying എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താ? What is an alloy? It is a homogeneous mixture, അല്ലേ? Alloy എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു homogeneous mixture ആണ്. Of what? Of, it can be 2 or more metals or a metal and a non-metal. Okay, appo iron, since it can corrode, nammal endu cheyunu vechina we'll add chromium nickel. Okay, chromium nickel pole elements ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ add ചെയ്തിട്ട് we will make stainless steel. Okay, so chromium nickel add ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ we'll get what? We'll get stainless steel. So stainless steel resists what? It resists corrosion. Okay, these are the 2 ways. And you can also what? Do painting, as who said? Vishnu Shankar said. Okay, yes, that is also a good option. All right, yes, let's move on to the next question. You must have seen tarnished copper vessels being cleaned with lemon or tamarind juice. Okay, explain why these sour substances are effective in cleaning the vessels. So ഈ copper articles ഒക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ after some times they appear greenish in color, right? Copper substance ഒക്കെ കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? Greenish ആവും. Like if you've seen Statue of Liberty copper കൊണ്ടല്ലേ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിരുന്നത്. ഇപ്പൊ എന്താണ്? It appears green in color, right? Yes. Why it is so? It is because copper will react with the moist air, carbon dioxide, react ചെയ്തിട്ട് it will get converted into copper carbonate. Okay, basic copper carbonate ആയിട്ട് convert ആവും, and it is green in color. I'll write the reaction here. See, copper. Okay, copper will react with what all things? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, water, like moisture around them. Okay, ഇവരൊക്കെ ആയിട്ട് react ചെയ്തിട്ട് they will form CuCO3 dot CuOH twice. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു compound തരും. Okay, now this compound is called as basic copper carbonate. Okay, it is called basic copper carbonate and it is green in color. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് green color വരുന്നത് അവർക്ക്. Okay, Yes, it is basic in nature. So നമ്മുടെ ക്വസ്റ്റനിൽ എന്താ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്? It is cleaned using lemon or tamarind juice. Okay, now sour substances like lemon and tamarind, they all contain what? They all contain basic in nature. Oh, very good, very good, Krishna Kumar. It is the correct answer. Very good. So they are basic in nature, lemon and tamarind. Okay, these sour substances, they are acidic in nature. Appo acidic substance they will react with the basic copper carbonate and they will produce salt which is washed away with water. Clear ayo? It is washed away with water. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ബേസിക് കോപ്പർ കാർബണേറ്റിനെ sour substances ആയിട്ട് clean ചെയ്യാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, it's an acid. Sour substances contain acid. This is a base. They will react together. They will form salt and the salt is washed along with the water. All right? Yes, neutralization reaction. All right? Yes, that's all. That's all. We have discussed some few of the important questions which are very important in the examination point of view. All right? Yes, and I will be back with more after classes and see you all in the next class. എല്ലാവരും പോയി ഫുഡൊക്കെ കഴിക്കാത്തവർ ഫുഡ് കഴിച്ച്. Okay? Yes. So, ta-da! See you in the next class.